Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be looking at a 1/6 scale figure again finally. Excuse me, I know we haven't done these in a while, but yes, this is a 1/6 scale Ghost Rider. This company is actually, it's not Hot Toys, which is most of the figures of the 1/6 figures that I have, but this is actually made from Sideshow Collectables themselves. I usually buy my 1/6 scale figures from Sideshow Collectables. They're not paying me to say this or nothing like that. That's where I get it. As you can see right here, sideshow.com. That's where I usually get all my figures, my 1/6 scale figures from. And they actually make their own figures as well. And they made this one. This is the classic Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider. And as you can see here, we're getting a good view of the box. Nice 360 turn. I figured I'm going to do something a little bit different. Now, this is going to be a full figure review and unboxing because you can see here I got the box with it. So what I'm going to do right now is, instead of just opening the box next, I think we're going to go over the box itself and then kind of go from there. So what we're going to do first right now is we're going to take the box off the turntable and we're going to take a closer look at the box. Alrighty folks, so here it is, getting a closer and better view at the box. Let's see if I can get it full in frame. I'm still trying to figure out how to do the 1/6 scale figures with the box, because this is kind of a big box, as you can see here. You know what's crazy is I have another figure from Hot Toys that is, the box is going to be hitting the top of the light box. So we'll see how that works out. So let's see if I can maybe put it up. There we go. I'm gonna have to leave it right there, maybe go back a little bit like this, just so you can just get a better view of the box. But this is the front of the box. Nice little graphical thing. I mean, it's not too bad. The only thing I don't really like about it is the face kind of, I know you guys can't really see it, but up close maybe you guys can get a better look. I don't know if you guys can or not, if you can see that, but it looks pixelated, and I don't like that. I'm not a big fan of that. I like the Ghost Rider part, but anyway, so, the side of it is just the rest of his, his shoulder, and then the other side, you can barely see the shoulder of it, so nothing much. Up here, it just says JB for Johnny Blaze, and then Marvel. You can barely see the JB, but there you go. And then the bottom of it, also is the same as the top, it just says JB and Marvel. The back of it gets a better look at the Ghost Rider. There you go. You can kind of see him a little bit better. A lot better view. And then you got some information here about Sideshow Collectables, where they're from, call us, things like that. So here's their website if you guys want to look at it. Check it out. And, the Marvel, obviously it's made from Marvel. Or not really, it's not made from Marvel, but it's Marvel, so I have to put that in there. So we're going to set this down like this. And not all Hot Toys open, or not all 1/6 scale figures open like this. Most of the time, this is, I want to say the second or third 1/6 scale figure I got from Sideshow Collectables, and these boxes do open like this. But the other 1/6 scale figures from like Hot Toys I'm going to be doing later on, they don't open like this. So just keep that in mind. Some do, some don't, but this one just kind of slides up. And actually, no, there's nothing. Okay. And this is it right here. So there's just like a little piece of, I guess, illustration art right here. It's kind of like a cardboard thing, which I like that. That's pretty cool right there. And then the back of it, it's just clear. There's nothing there. As you can see, it's just white. Let me set that aside. And then this is how the figure comes right here. I mean, the packaging, it could be a little bit better. So what I'm sorry, I was kind of thinking of a few things to say, and that kind of, so as far as 1/6 scale figures, Sideshow, they're not too bad when it comes to making 1/6 scale figures, except I would like if they were to, if they would actually include a lot more things. And what I mean by that is this figure doesn't, it doesn't come with a lot of things. So what we're going to do here is we're going to, oh, come on, there we go. And here's the back of the box itself right here. The only thing I don't like about this is like on most other ones they show you the artist of who put time and effort into this. So let's see, opening up this plastic box and then pulling out Johnny Blaze's Ghost Rider. There is one big thing I don't like about this Ghost Rider, and his waist. Look. he is very, very not the best. I mean, with his stand, he, you know, it's pretty good, but I don't like this. I don't know if it was just my figure. I don't know if it's a manufacturer thing. I really don't know. So anyway, what we're going to do right now is we're going to take the rest of the things out of this box right now. And we're going to take a look at everything that this figure comes with. Let's set that down. Whoa, you see that? That was crazy. Alrighty, folks. So as you can see here, this is everything that the figure comes with. I know it looks a little bit blurry. And that's because when things are out here, like kind of far away, like for example, this looks kind of blurry. When you bring it up close, you can see a lot better detail. And that's just because of the lens that I have. I have to switch out the lens on my camera. For those of you that don't know and that haven't been following my channel since I started, I'm using a GoPro. I thought that was going to be one of the better cameras to record stuff. Unfortunately, it isn't so much to record things up close. So I had to buy an aftermarket lens that you can actually see stuff a lot closer. Like, see, as you can see here, you can actually see details in my hands. Like, for example, you can see good details in this. Not if you get too close, but you can see better details than if it had the other lens. Anyway, so that, you know, all that put aside. So the first thing we're going to look at that this figure comes with is his stand. Now, I'm so used to the other ones now, so don't get me wrong. I like this kind of stand, actually, the hexagonal stand. I do like it, except with this one, I don't know. It's too plain for me. It doesn't even say Ghost Rider anywhere. I like that it does say Marvel on it, but aside from that, it doesn't say Ghost Rider. I mean, it just looks like a street with the tire, you know, with the tire mark, obviously for his motorcycle. But other than that, there's no... It's just not something that sticks out to me. I'm not a big fan of this. I have been thinking about getting a different stand from like eBay, or, you know, like I don't know if you guys watched my Michael Myers ones that I've done so far, where I've got, you know, not aftermarket, I guess you can say third-party seller stand. So I might do that with this Ghost Rider and just put this stand aside. And if I were to ever sell it, you know, I can offer them to send them the other stand or this one, whichever they prefer. But yeah, this one just kind of pegs in right here. It does kind of have, you know, a tight fit, so I appreciate that. And it's just like a normal 1/6 scale stand. Nothing too, there we go, nothing too bad there. So, like I said, comes with the stand. Not a big fan of it. Comes with 3 sets of hands. So the ones he's, you know, has on right now, he has these kind of almost getting ready to engage hands. I don't really know what you want to call him. Maybe like when he has him to the side, he's kind of has like this aggressive look to him. Putting one aside because they're both exactly the same. Looking at them themselves, the gloves are not too, I mean, okay, let's put it this way. The paint detail on them, not really that good. It's just kind of, it looks like they didn't even put no paint detail. It was just kind of cast it in black and, you know, on your way. So, but as far as the detail on the glove itself, I mean, it does have nice little details on it, you can see there. And then in the back here, or, you know, at the palm of the hand, has nice little details of like the gripping material for the gloves. So I do appreciate they did put a little bit of work when it comes to the detail on the gloves. But as far as the paint, no paint application whatsoever. It was just casted in plastic. I do want to say maybe the top part of it, actually, where you can see it's a different color, was painted, and maybe those little things right there. Other than that, nothing else. The other one that it comes with is both closed fist hands, or gloves, I guess, or hands with gloves. These are both closed fists, and the other ones are actually the ones he has on his, you know, on his person now are just kind of open, so you can actually use this chain that it comes with. Now this chain, it's kind of weird. So the tip of it has like this little spike. This spike is actually plastic. The chain itself is fairly long. As you can see here, I'm going to stretch from corner to corner right here, and it kind of almost like I still have the grips of it, you know, from side to side. So it is a long thing, chain. What I don't like is that the grip of it and then this little spike are plastic, and then this chain kind of feels like it's metal, but it kind of feels very, very soft metal. I don't know, it's just very flimsy metal. It sticks together very nice. I'm pretty sure if I pull it a little bit harder than that break, but it does come with this nice chain. I can appreciate that. Everybody knows that Johnny Blaze has a chain. So the only thing, like I said, if they're gonna do the whole thing metal, or if they're gonna make this and give this to him, they should have made either the whole thing metal or the whole thing plastic. Not both, but you know, I guess they did it to save resources. Maybe making it out of metal, the whole thing out of metal, was more expensive. I really don't know. So that's everything that this figure comes with. What we're gonna do next is we're gonna get the figure and take a closer look. Alrighty, folks. So here he is, Johnny Blaze, or Ghost Rider, because he is Ghost Rider. So I guess you can say here he is, Ghost Rider, aka Johnny Blaze. And as you can see here, he does have a little JB on his belt. So this figure, I know he's had ever since I got him, he had the hardest time standing up from his waist. It's kind of really flimsy. And right now that I've kind of really been looking at him a little bit more, I think the peg in his waist actually broke. And it was just, that's how I received it, and I never paid attention to it. I mean, maybe there's a way to fix it, but just have him standing there like that, it's not a big deal. He stands up fairly normal. Every once in a while, he wants to kind of tip over to the side or something like that. But, you know, with his stand, he does a fairly good job standing, so I'm not too mad at it. Like I said, that was kind of my fault, I guess. Maybe that's actually how it is. I really don't know. So the reason I really don't know, I would have to take off his jacket, his shirt, his pants, because his undershirt kind of goes down to here, and it's kind of what's securing it together. So I would actually have to really do a lot of dissecting of the figure to figure out why his waist is like that. And I wouldn't want to do like that and you know, do anything like that to ruin the figure. Maybe that's how it comes, and not just ruin the, you know, the pants or the chaps or his jacket. I really don't know. So as long as the figure stands up good, like I can shake it right here and he's not topping it over, and then, you know, especially him being on the stand, he's doing pretty good. Anyway, so all that out the side, this figure is just, he's an amazing figure. He was one of the first 1/6 scale figures. I believe I got 2 from Hot Toys, and then this one was the third one that I got from you know, 1/6 scale figure, and I got this one from Sideshow Collectables. I'm just a huge fan of Ghost Rider. It would have been cool if they included his bike, like on the side you can buy a bike. So, you know, starting from, unfortunately, because my camera's tripod doesn't go higher than what this is, I'd like it if you can go up here, you know, and kind of get a, you know, a downward look on it. But my camera does not do that. I'm gonna have to find a tripod that gets higher, because I'm gonna have toys that are, you know, gonna be tall. Like I'm gonna be doing a lot of 1/6 scale, you know, reviews. So for now, I'm gonna try to back it up and maybe put him to the side a little bit like this, and we can actually just kind of look at the flames around his head and his kind of neck here. I know the last few Ghost Riders I've done the 6-7 inch figures. I know the flame, they're not the best, they're not the worst, but at the same time, you guys got to realize the bigger the figure is, a lot easier it is to put more detail and work on the figure a lot more. But you know, that being said, the flame around his head and his neck is very, very nicely well done. Kind of has like this translucent look to it, almost kind of see-through. Not really. The detail and the paint application they put on it was really, really nice. I like that. As far as the skull of, you know, of Ghost Rider, it's a very nice skull, very well painted, just very nice, and it's actually articulated, which we'll go over later on. But other than that, I do like that. He does have, let's see, so underneath, I don't know if you guys can see, there we go. Underneath, he does have a black shirt on, small little, you know, black shirt, and he has this nice leather jacket. Now, it's not real leather, it's actually more of a pleather. You can actually feel it. This is magnetized, so it comes right off. You can unzip this. I actually kind of have it a little bit open so you can get his collar, because if not, if you zip it all the way up, his collar doesn't go down a little bit. So, this is magnetized, so it just kind of straps on there like that. The magnet doesn't work that good on certain parts of it, but overall the jacket is just, it's actually kind of nice. It really makes it stand out. As you guys can see, like the different patterns they have on the jacket, the stripes. You know how you guys remember the last few, you know, 6-7 inch figures that I did that Ghost Rider always had like little stripes going down his suit? Well, these are the stripes still again. But I do really like this jacket. It's just, there's something about it, the different textures, patterns that it has. I know, like I said, it's not real leather, but It's really nice. And then going down from there, you got the Johnny Blaze belt buckle right there, which is really cool. I like that. And then you got the straps. I don't know if they're called straps, or I don't really know what they're called, but you can actually see he is wearing jeans here. Oh, and that was like I was saying earlier. These are the hands that that I have on him. These are kind of like the open, so you can be gripping onto something, which is the chain. So, but yes, he is wearing jeans, and you can see back here, back part of the jeans, very well detailed jeans. They actually honestly look like real jeans. I do believe that these pockets do not work, meaning like they're just sewn on there. The rest of the I'm holding the top because I don't want the waist to kind of mess up. So let's see. Yeah, and then like these, are they called chaps or straps? I'm not even sure what they're called, but these, they match, his jacket, the textures that the patterns that they did on there, they all match the jacket. They're all the same. It's kind of like a fake pleatherish. They have the gray stripe going down them, as you can see here. And then one thing I just barely noticed because right before I do a review, I kind of look at this figure. So he was actually already open before I opened him. I was just kind of taking a quick glance at him. These little buttons right here, he has them right here, which is cool. And then the last thing we're going to really look at is his boots. I don't know if I'm a big fan of these boots. They're kind of plain. I would have preferred him to have just regular boots, but these kind of look weird. They have good detail to them, like the bottom of it and stuff like that, but I don't know. His boots are just, they don't do it for me. Maybe it's the type of boots that he does have, that the guy that imagined this figure is the one that he thought, hey, these are the ones. Maybe they didn't have any other ones, but I don't know. I just don't like these boots because you can't see the laces on them. And because you can't see the laces, I know they're covered up by something, but I don't know, I'm not a big fan of those boots. But anyway, so here's Ghost Rider, and what we're going to do next is go over his articulation. Alrighty, folks, so going over this figure's articulation. Now, I'm going to be careful with this because this is my own personal figures for my personal collection, so maybe your figure you can push a little bit more if you got him, if you get one, but I'm just going to, take it easy on mine. So going from top to bottom, he does have... I believe I want to say there's no movement at the base of the neck and the base of the head, like right here. I do believe there's no movement towards that. The movement actually comes from the bottom where the neck meets like I guess you can say like the chest area. So he does have, I want to say, yeah, he does have a 360 turn there, which is not too bad. He kind of does want to get caught up in the black shirt here, but so a 360 turn right there. His jaw does have articulation. You can open and close, as you can see here. His arms, let's see. I want to say he has a butterfly joint, because you can actually kind of move it back and forth, but this jacket really hinders it. So I don't think he does have a butterfly joint. Actually, yes, he does. I can actually feel it. He has a butterfly joint, so it goes back and forth at the shoulder, and then he doesn't have a 360 turn. So as far as going back, I'm not going to push it too much because I don't want to ruin anything, but you can pull it up to about there, but it kind of goes back a little bit because of the jacket. As far as going forward, you can go forward to about there, but it kind of goes back down a little bit. And then as far as going upward, he does kind of have a nice almost 90 upward. You can probably push it a little bit more, which isn't too bad. I do think his elbow has I wouldn't be able to tell you if it has a double joint or a single joint, because even if it didn't, the jacket kind of gets scrumped up too much to where it doesn't let it go past right about there, which is still about 90. So I do want to say maybe, I can kind of feel it. There's maybe not, give me a second. I don't think there's a double, bend at the elbow, actually. Now that I'm feeling that, I'm only feeling that it's kind of connected to by one. I don't feel the second part of it like most double joints have, like you can feel the double. Well, this guy's jaw was almost falling off. What is going on with this figure? So I don't really know if it does have a double joint at the elbow. So we'll just call it that, it goes to about there. Let's see, as far as his wrist, he does have a peg at the wrist, so he spins 360, and he does go up and down right there. As far as his waist goes, like I said, he does, I'm going to be very, very careful at the waist. I do think, no, he does not have no movement at the torso. His waist, there is a 360 turn and kind of sideways. So I do want to think that there's a peg in there. Like I said, mine might be broken. I'm not going to go into it because he does stand pretty nice right now. So we'll leave it at that. He does have movement. I'm not going to go too much into the waist because I don't want to, you know, further damage this figure if it is already damaged. I don't know. It just feels weird in there. But he does turn. You know, he does turn to about there. And he does turn to about there. So I'm holding it just because I know... you guys saw earlier, he just completely fell off. I don't know if it's magnetized and it's supposed to be like that. I really don't know. So, as far as his legs go, he doesn't go up that much. Which is kind of really, you know, it's like, dang. And I think that's the hindrance comes from the jeans and actually not the chaps. Or straps, whatever you want to call them. Not sure what they're called, so I'm calling them chaps. As far as going back, there's really no back movement. Look at that. I'm kind of putting a little bit of pressure and there's no movement going back. As far as going sideways, I'm going to put his arm up a little bit. It does go up to about there. And as far as the band at the knee, he does only have a 90-degree band at the knee because of those chaps and the jeans. So there's a really big hindrance, you know, from both of those. So he doesn't have much movement right there. And I'm not saying that there's a single joint at the knee. I'm just saying he doesn't go past that. And then as far as his boots go, I do believe his boots are on the peg, but because they go up to about here, which I can feel, there's not much movement other than I do want to say he does have 360 turn at the boot. There we go. He does have a 360 turn at the boot. There we go. Just trying to be careful because of the waist. So there he is, 360 turn at the boot. And he doesn't really have any articulation like forward backward because the boot's really tight up on the body part right here. So yep, there he is. Alrighty folks, so here he is. Ghost Rider, aka Johnny Blaze, made from Sideshow Collectables, released in 2018. Great figure. I'm not going to be doing comparisons because I haven't done any other 1/6 scale Ghost Riders or anything similar to his universe to do any comparisons. Now, if I had this Ghost Rider and I did another one per se, if there is another one or anything like that, I would do a comparison. But because there's not, and I don't want to just be doing random comparisons like the Michael Myers, I don't want to be putting a Michael Myers with the Ghost Rider. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, please like and share it. If you have anything positive, negative, constructive criticism, any questions, please comment them down below. Also, I do ask if you guys watch the videos, please watch them all the way through. It helps YouTube circulate my videos out there a little bit more. I also, if you guys want a sneak peek before YouTube, I have an Instagram. Please go give that a follow. I'll leave the description down in the link below. I'm sorry. I'll leave the link in the description down below. With all that being said, I hope you guys take care and we'll see you guys on the next one.